07 JK, shifter bushing, transfer case, shifter cable bushing. As you can see, I got the console out. It's a bite. It can be done 10-15 minutes. Take the screws out, pull up on it, take the panel off the front of the dash, center console first. Simple, pull at the top, 2 tabs here, lift it out, mess with the console. This was the biggest bite. I put, with the console in, I cut a 2x4 and put here and used a nail puller bar, flat bar, and pried it up after I twisted on the handle about 10 times and worked it back and forth. Popped right off. I mean, it took me a little bit, but it wasn't impossible and anybody could do it. This right here is your shifter automatic for an 07. It has a T handle with a button on the side, not like the other ones with the button on the top. If you pull the collar down off of it, the bottom of it, with a small flat screwdriver, then you can use a Torx and take out a set screw. It just lifts right off, easy peasy. So when I got all that out, you got to really draw back on your emergency brake. I got in the actual back seat and pulled it back as far as I could possibly pull it. Although about a month ago, I just put all new brakes, including emergency brakes, shoes on here. So I don't know, my shit still ain't completely kosher, but it was pretty hard to pull back. But I did it, and it did come out without that much of a problem. It took me 15 minutes. I had the console out. There's little tabs, as you can see. Right there's one, and right there is another one. We take a screwdriver, run from the side, small. I used a steel screwdriver for a steel chainsaw. Popped them, did this side, went around to the other side. It came right up, turned it sideways, drilled a hole, as you can see, put a washer, small cotter pin. However, I did take a razor blade and trim the bushing flat against the cable end in order to make room for the washer and the cotter pin. But it should be pretty much bulletproof now. I did the exact same thing over here. However, it's a little tougher on the transverse case side. You really need a really long drill bit in order to get in there and drill that hole. So what I ended up doing was I drilled a hole, I put a cotter pin in it with no washer, and then I drilled another hole in the actual shifter body, as you can see right there. And so now I have 2 zip ties on it holding it in. And there's a hole there for me to put a cotter pin in, which I have not done. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I got all that done. Have not messed with the underside yet, but right now everything works again. I'll post maybe a video of putting the console back in at a later date, but for right now, I'm contemplating taking the interior and the carpeting out and pressure washing them. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave the console out. I got something else I can drive. People, anybody can do this. Just fix it. It's a Jeep. Just fix it. All right, later.